everyone. So it's my pleasure to welcome you guys to day 2 of the Augmented World Asia. So for today, we are beginning our conversation here on the main stage with 2 keynote speeches. We'll then break out into, from there, the expo hall will be open, and we'll continue to have content here on the main stage as well as on sub-stages. So it's my delight to announce our first keynote speaker. We have Dr. Yuan, who is the president of the Standards Association of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or as we in the industry know it, IEEE. As we consider not only the definition of the metaverse, but also very difficult and challenging questions around interoperability and standardization. The question of standard setting is an incredibly important one, and I think one that can dictate is very important in dictating the sort of future prospects of our entire industry. So it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. Yuan presenting the talk, Metaverse as the Next Biggest Thing, Challenges, Roadmaps, and Standardization. Let's give it up for Dr. Yuan.
Good morning. So before I start my talk, let me share with you a small story. So how many minutes you will need from Crown Plaza Changi Airport, the recommended conference hotel, to this venue? Google Map will tell you the answer is 10 minutes. But my reality is like 40 minutes. Why? Because the first Grab driver, he spent 50 minutes to find the way to the hotel, and eventually he still failed. So he canceled my booking. I had to rely on another second Grab driver. And the second Grab driver, even the hotel staff helped me to explain how to get to the hotel. He still spent quite a few minutes to get there. So my feeling is like we really need AR-aided driving assistance as of now, but eventually I would trust AI more than human drivers. So that's a small story to share with you, but I think that reflects the trend that we will be facing. We will have AR, XR-aided lots of things, and AI will also help a lot on the horizon. So let me start with some observations. We all know that this year we saw lots of changes, lots of new innovations in the global technology community. And since ChatGPT got into the public's view, I think that was back in February and March timeframe, some people felt like AI is sort of put Metaverse out of favor. Like ChatGPT is now being welcomed by everybody, but Metaverse is sort of like out of favor. And even some people claimed that Metaverse is dead from 2021 to 2023. But we know in June, after Apple released the Vision Pro, there was another voice saying that ChatGPT is dead. And now Vision Pro is a huge endorsement to the XR industry. Well, I agree with that. But what is the real trend? So let's look at the Metaverse technology landscape. In my opinion, there are 3 major categories in terms of, let's say, the core technologies for Metaverse. Number 1 would be how to enhance or extend human senses and actions. Typically, we call that XR, but I would use XR to be for a broader scope. So you can also call that spatial computing. And another category, the second category, is how to create virtual worlds, especially persistent virtual worlds. You need different engines and different modeling, designing, and digital content creation technologies. And the third category would be digital finance economy, which could be some incentives for the ecosystem around the Metaverse. It would rely on digital assets, virtual assets, etc. And those digital assets may or may not be built upon decentralization, and the decentralization mainly, but not necessarily on blockchain. So that's my view of the core technologies for Metaverse. as you can see, AI is actually playing an integral part in all the technologies, supporting different types of like brain-machine interface, body-machine interface, and program interface, supporting different types of content generation tools, and also, of course, playing important roles in like smart contracts and other digital assets related technologies. So my view is that AI and Metaverse, they are actually helping each other. So first of all, my view is that AI will boost the development of Metaverse from several angles. We know that when we are talking about the Metaverse, we are actually expecting large-scale, fine-graded virtual worlds with tremendous details and virtual objects, virtual characters. So if we create all those kind of things manually, it's not possible. But with assistance of AI GC, or generative AI, we will be able to create those content, enrich the content like 100 times faster or even 1,000 times faster. And another important perspective, some other speakers mentioned that as well, is that we will need AI to help drive intelligent characters, virtual characters, or in other words, NPC, non-player characters. Also, in terms of AR or MR applications, AI will help the devices understand the worlds better, and AI will help the devices understand the users better. So I summarized the impact of AI on different types of metaverses. In my humble opinion, there are three major types of metaverses. One is a different universe. I call that VR-style metaverse. The second one would be a digital extension of our current universe. I will call that AR metaverse. And the third one would be a digital counterpart of our current universe. I would call that digital twin metaverse. So AI will have different impact on the different types of metaverse from the four perspectives: enriching the content, driving intelligent NPCs, understanding the worlds, and understanding the users. But another thing I think is probably more important is that AI will help boost the development of metaverse ecosystem and market, especially from demand side. So this is as I would say, this is a very important diagram I'd like to share with you. It's the labor market transformation driven by generative AI. So previously, or even currently, the skill set, skill level distribution of our human beings is like a pyramid. It's like maybe 20% of 25% of people, their skill level is above average. So they can call themselves professionals. They can make a living. They can make money from doing those kind of things on a particular skill set, skill level, skill. But with AI, AI will help, let's say, significantly improve the skill level of everybody. So the new distribution would be like a plateau rather than a pyramid, which means, well, looks like it's a good thing that everybody has averagely has a much higher skill level. But it turned out that there will be only few people whose skill level is still above average, maybe 1% or 2%. So which means only 1% or 2% of people, they can still call themselves professionals. All the other guys will be amateurs. So amateurs means that, well, you are not eligible to make money from doing so because your skill set or skill level is like a below average or just at average. Why people pay you to do that? So which means we are facing a transformation of the labor market. Like most people, they need to find new job opportunities, or they just, let's say, we just enjoy the nature that AI will do the job for us. So we human beings, we just enjoy fewer working hours and more leisure time. So no matter we want to accommodate new job opportunities or provide new facilities and services for fewer working hours and more leisure time, if we try to address this challenge in our real world, we may face another challenge, which is sustainability, because we have limited resources in our current world, if we call this is our real world, we will face a challenge about the sustainability. So maybe metaverse is the only practical and feasible solution to accommodate the new job opportunities and to let people enjoy fewer working hours and more leisure time. So which means AI will even actually make metaverse a rigid demand. Previously, many people feel like, well, who will need a metaverse? It's like, I don't really need that badly. It's just like some nice to have thing. But with this kind of transformation of the labor market, we may eventually say that, metaverse will become a rigid demand. And in turn, metaverse will also help boost the development of AI. So after the rise of large language model, more and more people are talking about new terms like embodied AI, and also they are talking about the further development of AI will need multimodal data towards AGI, artificial general intelligence. So I created this diagram back in, I believe that back in 2016. The point is that no matter we are talking about a human or machine, they are actually receiving input from three different types of input. Either it's a physical world, or it's a cyber world, or it's like a cyber world based on physical world, which could be like a digital twin or like a live logging, whatever. So, which means the further development of AI, typically we need to put them into a real world-like environment for training. But such kind of things, if we really use a real world to train AI, there will be much more like risk concerns and also carbon emission, energy consumption, like that. So my view is that training AI in a metaverse, in virtual environment, would be the new common for AI R&D, which is already happening. Like in autonomous driving industry, all the autonomous driving companies, they will not put their cars on real roads, until they have tested their autonomous driving algorithms for like millions or even billions of miles in virtual worlds. So that's a new common. So the conclusion is that the metaverse will in turn boost the development of AI. So AI and the metaverse, they are helping each other. So where we are, if we look at the history of digital transformation, or in other words, digitalization, we are actually between two phases. The rise of AI, well, I could say we are between two stages of digital transformation, the exploding intelligentization and the upcoming realitization. Why I call this realitization, I coined this term because my view is that thanks to the digital technologies, we human beings, we invented, developed, and accumulated during the past decades. For the first time, we will be able to create new realities. We will be able to create new universes. Of course, I'm talking about the digital realities and the digital universes. But that will be the largest thing. So some people will say that, well, AI is transforming let's say, the production and also the relationship of production. But the metaverse will eventually change the definition of work, change the definition of life. So that's my view. I think metaverse will be the biggest thing on the way. So I share with you my definition of metaverse. This has been a very, I would say, difficult topic. Different people have different definitions for metaverse, but at least there are two different views. One is an exponential view. As I mentioned before, there are three different categories. Metaverse is basically an experience. The outside world is perceived as a digital universe. It could be either a different digital universe, or it could be a digital extension of our current universe, or it could be a digital counterpart of our current universe. which covers all the current scenarios of Metaverse, I believe. Another view is functional view. I would not call that a definition, but it's still useful. Well, Metaverse could be the next version of World Wide Web, could be the next generation of the internet, or could be the next stage of digital transformation. So, like I said before, AI is transforming forces of production and the relations of production. But the Metaverse will redefine production and redefine life. So Metaverse is the next biggest thing. And AI is not a challenge to Metaverse. AI is a helper to Metaverse to help boost the Metaverse. And also, of course, the further development of AI will also rely on the assistance of Metaverse. So let's talk about another challenge, sustainability. So some people will feel like, well, Metaverse is probably is a good thing, but it will consume lots of energy and cause lots of carbon emissions. So I would say that, of course, we need to make sure that the Metaverse infrastructure and operations will be, let's say, with low energy consumption and low carbon emission as far as possible. But meanwhile, Metaverse can also be used in environmental production, education, and R&D, like climate science research, things like that. But more importantly, Metaverse will transfer more and more activities from the real world to the digital world, reducing energy consumption and carbon emissions. So collectively, we should advance Metaverse technology in a sustainable manner, and we believe Metaverse will contribute to the greater sustainability in a positive way. So finally, let me explain a little bit how IEEE is driving standardization efforts to pave the road to the Metaverse. We have been organizing the IEEE Metaverse Congress, which is a very established event series with collectively 480,000 attendees. And we are developing some standards, particularly IEEE P2048 for Metaverse terminology, definitions, and taxonomy. My expectation is that this standard would be probably one of the most cited or most used standard in the Metaverse industry. And we have other projects like Metaverse-related ethics and identity framework and so on. We have other initiatives to address persistent computing for Metaverse and decentralized Metaverse, etc. Something we are developing and preparing now is that we are going to launch a new program. We call that IEEE ISTO Metaverse Acceleration and Sustainability Association, MASA, M-A-S-A. So the vision is that we wanted to accelerate the development of Metaverse-related technologies and ecosystems and markets across the world, and we wanted to do so in a sustainable manner, supporting sustainable development goals and contributing to greater sustainability and humanity. So to do so, we are planning 7 different work streams. We will develop Metaverse-related landscape, outlook, and roadmaps. We will develop open standards, conformity assessment, and certification based on the open standards. We will develop open source reference implementations and pilot applications. And also, we will facilitate the creation of some digital assets, pool and exchange to facilitate the growth of Metaverse-related ecosystems. We will organize some innovation-driving competitions and rankings, and we will do our best to assist to improve the advocacy and lobbying for broader acceptance and adoption of Metaverse. And lastly, we will work together to coordinate for responsible development of Metaverse. So, so far we summarized the 5 principles for responsible development of Metaverse: safety, privacy, ethics, inclusion, and sustainability. So I welcome you to join us to embrace the takeoff of Metaverse. Like I said, the most important takeaway I expect you to get from my talk is that Metaverse is facing a takeoff, and we will be embracing this opportunity. And this opportunity is enhanced by like the rise of AI and other emerging technologies. So we will be working together to grab this opportunity, and welcome to join us. So lastly, I leave my contact information on the screen, so please feel free to drop me an email or connect with me on LinkedIn. So that concludes my talk this morning. Thank you so much.